Good morning, everybody. We're live here at the Ivy League Cup and Collegiate Open in Kingston, New York. My name is Antonino Fazio. I'm joined here with Chuck Moore to give live coverage of this year's event. Hang tight with us. Next couple of minutes, we're about to begin. What are you drinking there, Chuck?
A little monster, I was feeling a little tired this morning. Long night last night. A little monster, first one. I might end up being 5 deep later, but we'll see how this goes.
This is going to be a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
A little bit.
These athletes are all caffeinated. Chuck here is caffeinated. We're ready to go.
There's no way you could be in the gym without being
This
caffeinated.
is powerlifting. You need to bring the energy.
You got it.
All right, here we go. Here's our first lift of the day. Cameron Rosling, opening up with 97.5 kilos. Excellent.
Very smooth. That's a good lift right there.
That's how openers should look. All right, up next we got Catherine Herbert, 100 kilos on the bar, out of Army. Pretty smooth, stuck with it the whole time.
Another easy rep right there. What are we thinking about these singlets? I think they're kind of cool, huh?
They're nice. They look like a custom-made, school edition. They're nice looking.
Yeah, I could, see myself wearing one of those, Well, with the black and gold, I could really rock that.
I like the black and gold look, Chuck.
It's good.
I think it would look good on you.
I hope so.
Loading up the bar now to 115 for Cora Hefner. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Olivia. Opening up with 110 kilos. This is 242 pounds. Looks confident on the walkout. Definitely hit depth, smooth.
That's a big opener right there.
That's a solid, yeah.
It's a big opener.
You're going to see some crazy weight today, Chuck.
There's
going to be some crazy weight on the bar. All right, we got Julia up next. I'm sorry. Cora Hefner is now up with 115. This is 253 pounds. Now, these lifters have a whole minute to get the lift off, so it's important that you're taking your time when you come out, making sure that you're setting up where it needs to be.
A minute can go quick, though.
A minute's a long time when you're out on the platform, Chuck.
You get in your head a little bit. It goes a little quicker than you think.
Did she grab depth there, Chuck?
I think she did. That looked good. Yep. It's 3 white lights. That's a good lift.
Do we have the? Oh, we do have the lights back here. Okay,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a good lift.
Did we have the comment section pulled up?
Yeah, Jan says the comment section is what he had it pulled up on your end. So for those at home, if you want to talk to us, have any questions, want to get a little dialogue going, just get the chat going. We're going to be here all day, so make sure you entertain us. Here we go. Right now, we got Julia up, 115 kilos, 253 pounds. Did she get depth there?
Depth was looking a little questionable. It was a good lift, though.
3 whites.
Yeah, 3 whites. She got depth.
See, Chuck, you never know. And Chuck's competing soon. Yeah. You know, you got to be prepared for this. You never know how the judges are going to judge. So if they're going to be very, very strict on depth, you really want to make sure that you're sinking it. So
yeah, you got to get down there.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get down there.
Sometimes you end up getting a little too deep in the
Sometimes
hole,
you get a little too deep, and then it, you get stuck, and that could happen.
Got a Amani Haskins here.
125 kilos.
It's another big lift for an opener here.
£275. No question on depth. Pretty smooth on the way up. Excellent lift. So for those watching for the first time, when you go out to squat, there's commands. So that's where the judges come in. When you're taking the bar out, they want to make sure that your knees are completely locked. Once your knees are locked and you look confident with the weight, they give you a start command. Once you hit depth and come back up, they give you a rack command. So these athletes need to make sure that they're waiting for the start and rack commands.
Haley Clayton here.
142 and a half. It's a pretty big opener. Nearly 315 pounds on the bar. We got 314. Wow.
There was depth there. She did it in a pair of chucks.
For sure.
Right? The flats.
She might be good for 340-ish.
So?
Chuck. That's a big squat.
Yeah. That looks smooth.
It looked very smooth. Curious to see what she goes to on her second. All right, looks like we're back up top with Cameron. Took a smaller jump, went to 102 and a half.
5-kilo jump, just about 10 pounds.
Yeah, she went to 226, Chuck. 226.
26.
Chuck, how you doing over there with that monster?
You know, taking it slow. I don't want to chug it down too fast here. Then I might get a little too hyper, but right now it's going smooth. Her first lift was really good, so let's see what she's gonna crack open here.
Yeah, excellent first attempt. Looks confident with it. Waiting for that start command. She got it. No question about depth.
That was smooth.
It was smooth. It looked just like the opener, Chuck.
I would jump, 10 to 20 kilos now.
I think I don't know about 20 kilos, Chuck, but I would take a little bit of a bigger jump on that third. You got to remember these athletes. They also have to bench and deadlift as well. So I don't know what the game plan is, but some athletes might try to keep it conservative on squats so they don't burn out too quickly. You don't want to miss a lift on squat and then you have the whole meet ahead of you.
Yeah.
Things get a little funky. That was very smooth. 102 and a half kilos for Catherine. Got Olivia up now with 115 kilos on the bar. So these athletes, they get 3 attempts at each lift. So powerlifting, we have the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. You get your opener, your second attempt, and your final. So you get 3 attempts on the squat, you get 3 attempts on the bench, and then you get 3 attempts on the deadlift. Now, an opener should be something that you could hit any day of the week. Relatively easy. Second attempt, we're approaching PR territory. But still, you have to have a little bit left in the tank. And then third attempts are usually, a bigger PR, more of like no reps left in reserve. Very slow and controlled descent down for Olivia. Let's see if the judges give it to her.
I'd say so. That looks
Yeah,
pretty clear
that
from
was
here.
that was a good
It
lift.
looked pretty good.
We're at a very nice venue here in Kingston, New York, Sport of Iron.
First time ever being here, and I could definitely see myself coming here for a little gym set.
For sure, if you're in the Kingston area, you guys should really check this gym out if you're trying to get into powerlifting or you are a powerlifter and don't know about it. It's a very nice setup in here. I'm in the Albany, New York area. Chuck and I are both powerlifters ourselves. We've never been to this gym. I might have to come out here and train.
You know, there was a time last year when ABC gave all their weights to someone to do a lifting competition. And a couple of the powerlifters came up here.
Yeah, a lot of lifters from Albany come over here to train, so it's a great facility. Very spacious for her meet. As Julia smokes that 120, let's see if she gets the depth. Okay, so she got called on depth on one side, but this is a good example of a good lift. She got 2-to-1. So if you get 2 white lights, it's a good lift. If you get 2 red lights, it's not a good lift. And then obviously if you get 3 reds, it's not a good lift. So she got lucky there. One judge saw that one hip was high. The other called it good, so it's a good lift. Crowd getting behind Cora here. 122.5 kilos on the bar. This is 270 pounds for a second attempt. Smooth, very smooth. What do you think? It's a good lift, Chuck?
I think it's a good lift.
It's a good lift. 3 white lights.
1, 2.
You're on. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you're good.
The red was scaring me a little bit. Saw that red light there.
Chuck thought we were having some technical difficulties, but I think we're good. You got the chat up?
I got the chat up.
How many viewers do we have at home? Can we see that, Chuck?
I can pull that up. I believe I can pull that up.
Hopefully we're not talking to nobody over here,
We got 26 viewers.
26 viewers. All right. Could we get a couple viewers in the chat saying hi?
19 current viewers right now. So right now we got 19 watching.
As Amani sets up a 130-kilo squat for her second. Like she might have cut depth a little bit short. Let's see what the judges say.
Oh, I think she got down there pretty smooth. Oh, she got cold on one side.
So that one side's being a little strict. So something to look at.
You know, from the front, it's definitely hard to tell.
From the front, this is my thing. From the front, I feel like it almost always looks like you hit depth from the front. It's the sides that you could really tell. So if it looks high from the front, Chuck, I think chances are it's usually high.
Yeah.
And we obviously have a front camera view here. We got Haley Clayton up right now. This is a monstrous squat. She's at the bottom of the flight for a reason.
We got Jack in the chat with the Go Army. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
We got an Army competitor up right now, Haley Clayton, with a monstrous squat on the bar. 336, second attempt. Only 65 kilos body weight. This is insane. A little slow at the hole, but overall very smooth. Had no sticking point. See what the judges say. It's 3 whites. Wow.
That's 3.
Curious to see what she's going to go to. What did I say, Chuck? I said she was good for like 340, 345.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet she jumps like 5 kilos, goes up like 10 pounds. What would you do, Chuck, if you were in that position? Jump up 10 pounds?
Yeah, I would. You know.
Chuck's big on sending it though.
I'm a big go hard or
go hard or go home. All right, we're up at the top. So like I said, she took a bigger jump from her second to her third. She's up to 110 kilos. Her second attempt was 102 and a half. She was good for that. Let's see how this moves. Her second attempt looked like an opener, so I'm willing to bet that this is going to move pretty smooth. This is 242 and a half for Cameron. Oh, wow, a little bit of a fight. But she did take a bigger jump, so.
That looked good.
3 white lights. All right, that's a good lift. And she'll move on to bench with some momentum. Perfect. You know what's crazy, Chuck? I just realized nobody's missed a lift yet.
Nobody's missed. It's hard, you know, on squats, it's scary to miss a lift on squats. I've been through it, and you don't want to do it.
You don't. Oh yeah, Chuck had a bad miss. I saw that
Yeah.
on Instagram the other day.
You know, I've never failed myself on a squat, so
I have a saying, Chuck. I have a saying. It's okay to fail, but we never fail twice in a row. That's the saying that I go by. Wow, that was smooth. Perfect
she fought
third
for that
attempt.
one. She wanted that one. That looked good.
Catherine
looked
Herbert, 112 and a half kilos.
But yeah, so I never failed. So I didn't know what to do on my way down. So I kind of just wanted to get that bar off my back, and I went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, don't ever dump the bar if you're squatting with the spotter. That's not very nice to the spotters. But, Chuck, you were in the heat of the moment. It is what it is. You had to do what you had to do.
Had some weight on, and I came back the next week. You know what I did? I put that up at RP8.
You don't miss twice in a row. That's what it comes down to. It's okay to fail, but just you have to correct your mistakes, see where you went wrong, and bounce back. You know, that's what champion. That's the definition of a champion.
So Olivia's going up 10 kilos here.
We got 125 kilos, 275 pounds on the bar. Let's see if she could keep the streak going of perfect lifts for the day. Nobody has missed a lift yet. That's actually uncommon. Usually at this point we get, but
Yeah, we'll probably see a couple of the guys.
you know what? These are the Ivy Leagues for a reason, though. These girls and guys are smart.
Oh,
And it appears that I might have jinxed myself. We just had our first miss. And these are gonna happen. You're gonna miss attempts at meets. This is just how it goes. I'm surprised that we didn't see a miss sooner. Usually we see a couple misses by now. But like I said, these girls have been good at picking their attempts. But unfortunately, you are gonna miss lifts in a meet. Regardless, she's gonna go into bench. She'll bounce back. Julia up next, 127 and a half kilos.
Got a 7.5 kilo jump here. Her second attempt didn't look too bad. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, she
got
decided
called
to
on one side of depth though.
Let's see if she could clean that up, or if she gets in her head here. You know, that's another thing. You get that red, sometimes you get in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't gonna give that to her though. I think the hip crease was too high.
But I love this though. You know, they're going big right now.
Third attempts is where you're gonna start seeing these girls send it a little bit, and then you're gonna see some misses on the thirds. You know, that's just how it is. You go to any meet, you're gonna start seeing some misses on thirds. People are gonna be pushing their limits. But they did a great job of picking their first and seconds, and now on these thirds, these ladies are in the meet. They could kind of send it a little bit and test themselves. Cora coming out with some aggression.
Another 7.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, they appear to be taking bigger jumps from their second to the third compared to the first and the second. She's been looking confident on the day, though. I think she's going to get this.
She's walking out on demon timing right now.
Oh. I think if these girls just stuck to the 5 kilo jumps that they've been making, I think they would be like, it would be a grind, but I think they have it, Chuck.
Yeah.
They're kind of sending it a little bit. We had a couple misses in a row here. I hope I didn't jinx them by saying we had perfect attempts so far.
That wouldn't be good. This is another really good squatter right here. She's making that 5 kilo jump. So
She stuck true to her 5 kilo jumps. I think she's gonna get this. It's almost 300 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. 297. She was a little hesitant. It might have been high. I think. Wow, 2-1. She got it. She got it.
look at Haley coming out with a big lift right here.
So that one judge appears to not be having it with the depth.
No,
You really got to
doesn't
be
look
sinking
like
it for that one judge, and it could be the angle that they're sitting at, Chuck. I'm not sure.
Because if you look down at the camera, it looks like that judge on the right hand side is a little further back and to the side.
Yeah, he might have a
one on
better
the left.
angle where you could really tell if they're hitting depth. From here, it's hard to tell though, Chuck, because we're at a higher angle. The camera's a little higher, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, Haley,
after
this is
her-
wow. This is a big squat.
This is huge right here.
So exactly what I said. What did I say? She had 340, 345-ish?
Right in the bag.
She's at 347 right now. Walked it out strong. Stick with it. Oh,
Fighting.
nice.
That's a fight right there. That looked good. That's a good squat.
Awesome work.
And you know,
Oh, wow. She's going to go home proud with that one. That's
yeah,
a big
that's a
squat.
great squat.
man. That is a big
Three
squat.
whites right across the board. That's awesome.
3 whites. How's our comment section doing, Chuck?
Not looking too good, you know. Guys, don't be afraid to,
got a
talk
little,
about your day in here.
Got a little Army versus Navy action going on, right?
Those look like that. Whose side are you taking here, Army or Navy?
Listen, as commentators, we can't pick a side, so we can't.
If I had to place a bet, though, I'd probably take Navy.
Off the record.
Off the record. But it looks like that was our last female squatter, so now we're switching on to the men here. When I walked in here, some of these guys were looking like they were on go timing. They were looking like they were ready.
You have to be on meet day though, Chuck. You got to be on. You got to be
locked
on.
in.
Yeah. You got to be locked in. This is meet day. It's game time.
This guy's got to be really tall. That's a tall rack height.
160 kilos opening up. This is 352 pounds. Pretty confident on the takeout. No question about depth. Smooth
Got
opener.
it. That's awesome.
For sure.
We got Julie Love in the chat. We are here with you. We like that. We like that.
Thank you, Julie.
Always bet on Army. We got Lou in the chat with always bet on Army. I like that. I like that.
Guns blazing in the chat right now. We got quite the rivalry here.
So how long has that been? It's always been a thing.
It's always
right?
been a thing, right? It's like the Celtics versus the Lakers.
Yep.
It's always
You know?
a thing. 182.5 kilos for Logan. Spotters and loaders are getting it set up for him. This is 402 pounds. So this is our first squat over 400 pounds today, Chuck.
Yeah, that's big.
I'm looking down the line here. We got some pretty big squats coming up.
Think we might see anything over 6?
Well, we're definitely seeing something over 5 today, Chuck. Steven Hess. He's an 82.5 lifter. Actually, it appears that he missed weight. I think he's in the 90 kilo. He missed it by 0.5. He's going to be squatting 507 as his opener. So, see how that moves. But right now, we got Logan up, 182.5 kilos. Got the start command. That was pretty smooth.
That looked good.
Yeah, it
That
looked good.
I remember my first time hitting over 400, and I was really happy.
It's hype, right?
I was really happy.
Once you hit the PR, you just want to keep going, you know. And then at that point, you pushed your limits and you found out that you could do something, and then you're just trying to get more.
Yeah.
You know. Chuck, why don't you tell the folks back home what you're looking to put up in December? Because Chuck's competing pretty soon.
You know, I'm still working at it, but I'm hoping to drop right around 450 to 460 on some squats here.
Okay.
You know, it's looking. My bench is looking confident. I'm gonna throw up 315.
Listen, Chuck came to spot me on bench the other day. I think ever since then he's been on a tear with bench.
I've been on demon timing with bench. That was
Wow,
easy.
that was easy.
Quick. That was fast.
Isaac, same weight, 182.5 kilos. Made it look like a joke.
Next up here we have
Oh.
Jordan Love.
Oh, we got Jordan in the head judge chair, Jordan Crandall explaining to him what he did wrong. He must have missed a command because the depth was perfect on that, Chuck.
So they're out there right now talking about some kind of grip. So I don't know.
I'd like to see a
What's going on?
replay. I don't want to mess with the stream, though.
Yeah, a replay it'd be pretty hard to see.
Regardless, the judges
Unless-
talked to him. He knows what
He'll come
gotta
back from
fix.
that,
Yeah,
though,
I
you
mean, it
know?
was an easy attempt. I can't. $190 kilos on the bar for Jordan. It's a pretty big opener.
Sounds like we have some relatives in the chat here. We got Jordan Love squatting right now. We got Julie Love in the chat. So
Love to see the people back home rallying behind these lifters. They work so hard for this day, so I'm sure that they all appreciate you guys and girls watching from home. So thank you for joining us. We've got 200 kilos now for Ian. This is 440 pounds.
So the first Army-Navy game was played November 29th, 1890.
Thank you for that, Louis. Wow.
That goes way back.
That goes back.
That's
That goes back.
a big rivalry.
This is a
right
big
there.
rivalry.
That goes.
What was that there?
He walked up to the rack with his headphones in still, so
Oh,
you know it doesn't look like that any of these guys have any handlers to hold their
you
stuff down for them.
can't wear headphones out on the platform.
You have to. What a lot of people do when they're training and they're getting prepped for a meet is they actually start taking their lifts with no headphones on.
Yeah, I would like to listen to music and then take them out for the set because you can't listen to music out there. You want to be,
And it's
you want to hear what's going on.
it's 100% a different vibe without music.
For sure. Yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
little weird. That music gets you going, and when you don't have it, it's
Chuck, it's no different. I mean, this is a sport. It's no different than basketball. You're warming up. You're going through layup lines and you're listening to music, and then you can't put headphones on during the game, right?
No, not at
So
all. Not at
it's
all.
the same thing. You got to go out there and perform.
I feel like powerlifting is a very slept-on sport.
It is, but it's getting increasingly popular, so that's a good thing
Which is
about
awesome
it.
to see.
We got 463 right now. You seen any Navy lifters?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever
I
seen
just
a
see.
Navy
I think
lifter
I
lift.
think Army is.
That was good.
That was
Lift. He
smooth.
might
That was
have-
smooth. 463. That was
3 white lights.
smooth opener. Jumping up a bit now. 17.5 kilos for Bryson. We got 227.5 on the bar.
But back to December.
This is our first 500-pound squat, Chuck.
Right here?
On the day. Yup.
Some
Bryson.
big weight right here. What's his weight class here?
He's in the 100-kilo class. He weighed in at 94.4 kilos.
Okay, that's right around where I'm sitting.
Yeah, so he's weighing in at 208 pounds. Yeah, this is a big dude. The squat should move. Looks confident with it. Wider stance. Yeah, that was
That
nice.
was easy. That was really easy. Taking that for an opener is huge too.
Yeah, that was
So,
nice.
I'll be surprised to see what he goes up to.
Couple kilos on the bar. Now we have 507 for Steven.
We got Tony in the chat telling us that we're doing a great job on the commentary right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be a long day, Chuck, so we have to make sure that we don't burn out here.
You know, but these
lifters should keep us
these
alive,
are two
though.
flights though.
No,
These
I
are
think, well, let's see, flight B. I don't want to scroll right now. I don't want it to.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to check. I'm going to check once this flight's over.
This is another.
There's
500
either
plus
3
right
or
here.
4, because I think there's 3 flights. Yeah, this is 507, Chuck. Sunk that. Yeah,
Easy,
no question
easy.
about that lift. That's a good lift for Steven. For sure. Yeah, that's 3 white lights. 242 and a half.
These guys are looking good on these squats right now. They're looking good.
This is 534, Chuck.
534
In the
being
100
loaded.
kilo class, 98.55 kilos body weight. Let's see how Lincoln makes this move.
It's a solid kid right here. He looks good.
These singlets are nice looking, Chuck.
Yeah, they definitely are.
I like the little Spartan logo on it.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Ooh. Kind of fell back on his heels a little bit. Looked like he rushed the setup, but regardless, the opener is smooth.
Might have got called on depth there. Might have got called on depth. Let's see. Oh,
Good.
3 white lights.
3 whites.
Oh, we're going even heavier here.
Yeah, this is our heaviest squat of the day, and this is the last lifter in this flight. So the way it goes in the flight is they go from lowest weight to heaviest. So the people who are lifting the most weight are at the bottom of the flight. So now we see John Keeley here. He's opening up with 245 kilos on the bar. This is the heaviest squat of this flight, 540 pounds for his opener. And he weighed in at 104 kilos.
It's awesome.
He's taking his time. He looks confident. He looks like he hit this a million times. No emotion. I love it. Oh, wow.
That move. That move.
That
quick.
move quick, man. That move quick. That was 3 white lights. He's going to take a bigger jump. He's in the meat now.
Yeah.
You know. And that's the one thing, too, Chuck, is when you're going for your opener, you really want to make sure that it's something that you could hit any day of the week.
Yeah. Get it right up.
Because for the folks back home, if you miss your opener for whatever reason, you cannot go down in weight. So let's say Chuck here opens up with 200 kilos on the bar, and then he can't get it and ends up dumping the weight like he did in the gym a couple weeks ago. Then he can't decide, okay, that was too heavy. I'm going to go back down to 180 on my second. You can't do that. It would mess up it wouldn't be fair because it would mess up the whole groove of the meet as all the other lifters are going up in weight. So you basically have to either decide to go up or take that same weight again if you miss it. And if you miss it twice, you have one more shot to get it on your 3rd attempt, obviously. And if you miss it 3 times, you get disqualified basically and can't continue the meet. So it's a little bit of a chess game. It's not just go out here and lift, Chuck. There's a little bit of game planning and strategy involved.
So if you miss any category of the lift 3 times in a row, are you just disqualified?
You're disqualified, yeah. Yeah,
Really?
So if you miss your opening squat so if you miss your opening squat, your 2nd attempt squat, and your 3rd, you're out because you don't have a squat and you can't go down in weight, so you don't have a squat to keep you in the meet. So you can't get a total. So the way that this is set up for those back at home is these guys and girls are basically squatting for a total. So they put your best squat, your best bench, and your best deadlift together. They add it up in kilos, and then whoever has the heaviest in the weight class wins that weight class. And then they take a winner overall at the end of the meet. And that's pound for pound who is the strongest in the meet.
So let's see. So last time he was up, he got called on something.
Yeah, he decided to go up. I mean, it was easy, Chuck.
Yeah,
so
it was
let's
an easy
see,
lift.
Let's see what happens here.
Still wonder what he got called for, but
It had to be his knees. I don't know. He looked a little shaky on the walkout. I think.
that's really easy.
Oh,
though.
he missed the rack command. I don't know if they're going to give that to him. Still waiting. Oh wow, he got lucky. He jumped the rack command. This is why it's important, you know, and especially if it's your first time competing, you can get a little antsy out there. So it's very important to go over the rules with your coach or referee and make sure that you're really drilling this in your head before you go out there, because you can't, if you miss the commands, that's like you don't want to miss a lift because of the commands, Chuck. You know, it's just
you put all that hard work in.
put all that hard work in, you're
Just
strong
because you
enough
miss
for it,
something.
and then you miss the rack command. I mean,
So I always say, practice like you play. So when you're out there squatting in the gym and you're doing your thing on that last rep, hold it.
hold it a split second. You're training your muscle memory, right, Chuck?
Yep.
That's what you have to do.
On
You
your
have to
last
prepare for
deadlift,
game
lock
day.
that thing out.
Hold
hold
it
it.
for a couple seconds. Yeah.
Bench, lock it out. Hold it.
You want to really make sure you're taking your time in the gym so that when you go to compete, you're competing exactly how you're lifting in the gym. There should be no difference. Logan, a little bit of a fight there, 190
good lift.
kilos.
That was a good
solid.
lift.
That was a
See if
solid
he
lift.
got depth there. So we got called on one side of depth.
Yeah, 2-1. It's a good lift. That one side is very unforgiving. So if it's even remotely high, he's calling it.
Yep. So we got Jordan with looks like a 10 kilo jump, right?
Jordan jumped 20 kilos.
20 kilos. That's huge.
That's a massive jump.
That's a big jump.
For his weight class, the 75 kilo weight class, that is a big jump.
I mean, he's pushing close to some records here.
It's 463. Wow, a little bit of a fight. That was a big jump from 1 to 2.
That was a big jump. That was. Might get called on depth here.
No, I think it was good. Yeah, it was good. Got Ian up 210 kilos. This is the 10 kilo jump.
Yep.
$463.
He's locked in right here. He's on go. He's prepping for this lift.
Taking his time out there. Looked pretty good from the front. Pretty smooth. What the judges say 3 white.
Well, did make that look easy on that last lift. I will agree with you on that.
And we got 220 for Luke now. Some big squats at the bottom of this flight. This is 485 pounds for Luke. He's in the 82.5 kilo class.
This might be right around what I pull out for my third attempt on in December here.
You think so?
I think so.
Chuck's going to be competing at ABC Sports and Fitness. When is that, Chuck? December 10th?
December 10th.
December 10th.
I was a little late to get the prep for that. I kind of made a last-minute decision to get
Hey,
in there.
sometimes it's like that, Chuck. You know, you just decide meet's coming up and it's good. Not too far from where you live, and you're just like, you know what, let me do it. You grabbed depth there, Chuck?
That was a little high. But
You
he
think
might have
so?
got it. He might have got it. So he got called on that one side.
That one
again.
side. That one side.
We'll have some big lifts coming up here now.
Yeah, these next couple. Some monster squats. Good morning. So Jan just said that there's going to be a 10-minute break going from squats to bench. I think it's just two flights, Chuck.
That's not bad at all.
Two flights.
It's gonna move relatively quick, actually.
Yeah, they're going to be moving through these pretty quickly. So we got 5:23.
Very slow on the walkout, but his legs look like he's pretty sturdy here. So
Yeah.
it's a great lift.
Moved
That's a
pretty
great
good.
lift.
See what the judges say here, Chuck.
You made that
Good
look
lift.
easy. That's a good lift.
Good lift.
Sometimes you know a good lift when you see it. That one right there, that's a good lift.
We got 5:29 on the bar now, Chuck, for Steven.
That's weight right there.
How's
That
our
is
chat
weight.
doing, Chuck?
It's not doing too bad. They're in here actually hyping up these lifters right now. Yeah, I wasn't too informed on that one.
What's that?
Tony.
Oh, yes.
comment?
So some of these lifters are trying to qualify for collegiate nationals, Chuck.
Really?
Yeah. So that's
Same
going to be in
thing?
the spring.
So that's what all those guys, ABZ, Zach, and Anthony are doing, right?
Trying to qualify for collegiates?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a great squat.
I remember when I went to collegiate nationals. It's a fun meet. It's a very fun meet. I graduated 2 years ago, so no more collegiate nationals for me. That was clean at 5:20.
What do you mean by
5:29.
graduated? From
I went to
college?
Sage College, yeah.
Okay.
So I went. See, Army has a powerlifting team though. I was the only one who was powerlifting at Sage, so there's no powerlifting team. So you don't have to enter as a team to go to collegiate nationals. You could go individually as long as you're not as long as you qualify and you go to college.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. But Army might be competing against other teams. I didn't do that. I was just competing in the competition against everyone else, and
He
wow,
killed
that was easy.
He killed that.
That was easy.
And that's big weight right there.
Yeah, that's 551 pounds.
I mean, what's that, his second attempt here?
It's our
So
biggest squat of the morning.
551.
This is 556.7. 252.5 kilos for John Keeley. What do you think, Chuck? You think he gets this? Took a smaller jump from...
He's going to make this look pretty good. I hope so.
7.5 kilo jump.
Looks like he's the last lifter here, too.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the flight. This is the heaviest squat. Oh, wow.
And he got that.
I'm surprised he took only a 7.5 kilo jump, Chuck, from his first to his second. His first looked very easy.
Sometimes it looks easy, though, but it feels a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true. And you
So-
also don't know what their game plan is. They could be just trying to qualify, so they're not going too crazy, or they're just taking it easy on squats and they plan to go a little bit crazier on bench and deadlift.
But with how that looked, he's probably working right up to about a 600-pound squat pretty soon here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, he's a good squatter. You could tell. I mean, he's not at the bottom of this flight for a reason.
It's what Kevin calls me. He tells me all the time I'm going to be a squat specialist. Maybe because my deadlifts suck, but I have,
Chuck,
have a good squat.
You'll figure out deadlifts. It takes a little bit of time. Deadlift's a very technical lift.
Especially when you're pulling sumo. I wonder how many of these guys here will be pulling sumo.
I love seeing that, the sumo to conventional ratio, Chuck.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have here? Back at the top. 10 keys stayed consistent with the 10 kilo jump. Renee at 180 kilos. See if he gets this. Nice. Pretty
Fall for
smooth.
that one.
A
That
couple
looked good.
kilos in the tank. That's how you want to be going into bench, ideally. A couple kilos. You got some energy in reserve. He's going to go in the back, maybe fuel up a little bit, and get ready for bench. We got Logan right now, 195 kilos. Only took a 5 kilo jump from second to third. Look at Jordan getting in there, help out. Shout out to
Yeah.
these spotters and loaders and the judges for taking their time on a
the
Sunday.
head judge here is actually one of our good friend.
Jordan Crandall.
He's got a shiny head. It It looks good on him. It fits him well.
Jordan, we need to pay you extra.
Jordan was actually a very good squatter and deadlifter as well. But unfortunately, due to some unfortunate circumstances, he had to stop.
Yeah, most of these judges are lifters themselves, and I think that's important to have somebody in the sport who's judging. We got Logan, 195 kilos.
Logan's been pretty consistent throughout this whole squat session.
That second attempt looked a little tough, so it makes sense that he took a 5-kilo jump. Oh, they took it.
He was on his way down.
They took it too soon.
They took that way too soon.
They took that way too soon. You know, like I said before, these third attempt squats, they're typically PRs. It would have been a fight, but we've seen people grind that out before.
Yeah, he could have grinded that out, man. He was a little bit above halfway, I'd say, maybe right at halfway, and that sucks. He got robbed right there.
Yeah, as a spotter, you don't want to touch the bar prematurely. You know, these guys work so hard for these PRs. Not saying he would have gotten it, but you want to let them fight a little bit, you know? Want to let them fight with it a little bit. But he's going to come back on his bench.
Logan, you're right, Tony. Logan had so much more grind right there, and I believe he could have gotten that up. I do believe.
Wow. Okay, so I believe I heard Jan correctly. They're going to allow him to take that over, I think. See, it says 195 kilos. It's still lit up blue. I heard Jan say because they touched it prematurely, they're going to allow him to take it again. But you know what? At that point, Chuck, you just burned energy.
I wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't even take it, because you have a whole meet ahead of you. You're going to take another squat. Yeah, it's not worth it.
He missed the rack command again.
Yeah, he's got to focus on that in training,
He missed the rack command again. That's a great lift, but he's getting up and he's just walking out.
It's the muscle memory, Chuck. That's the issue. If you're training a certain way, and you can't just at meet day be like, all right, now I have to think about a rack command, because you're nervous as it is going out there that when you finish the squat, you're not thinking of a rack command because you haven't been the whole prep. Yeah. So it's important that you train with that. So like you said earlier, you got to hold it at the end a little bit,
And most of the time, you get to the top there and they'll just take it from you.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you just stand there, they'll just start walking you in when it's time to walk in. But
exactly. We got Jordan up now. But regardless, Isaac's in the meet, 187.5 kilos. We got 217.5 kilos for Jordan. It's a good attempt for him.
That is a good attempt.
He'll come back next time,
These spotters are scaring me a little. I don't know if you saw the spotter on the left here, but the way he grabbed that weight was it's like he was holding a newborn child. And when you got that much weight on the bar, kind of want somebody here that can.
We got Jared Sachs in the building. He's warming up with a nice cup of coffee from Stewart's. Jared, how you doing?
Doing great. Blueberry
Blueberry
crumble on deck.
crumble. You'll see him judging in the afternoon. Maybe. We got Ian. He's all fired up. 220 kilos. It's a monstrous squat at 66 kilos, Chuck.
He's only 66.
Only 66. Ooh. Got stuck in the bottom there. Just not strong enough today. Yeah. You got to push your limits a little bit on these thirds, You got to see what you're made of.
It's
I'm here for it.
I'm always for it,
Listen, we live for the big attempts, the big PRs. That's why we do this sport.
Left spotter is Spooky Mo. He is.
Yo, what's going on here with the?
If I don't know if he'll do it again, but when people are failing the lifts, he's grabbing it really weird. It looks like it's working for him though. But
So we got Luke up right now. 227.5 kilos. How's our chat doing? Are we dead?
what do we got here?
Ooh, nice.
That's a grind. That
Let's
is a
go.
grind. That is a grind.
Great lift, Luke. That was perfect third attempt. He didn't have an ounce more on the bar. Wow, that is perfect.
I see what you're saying here, Tony.
What's that?
So Tony says once they had a.
Oh, my name is
lift-
Tony too. Also, so I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, Tony in here on the comments.
Tony
here.
in the chat.
So they once had a lifting meet, and they had the marathon team be the spotters.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, so that's scary,
Yeah,
you
marathon runners and spotting plates those don't go hand in hand. You wouldn't have me out on the track, I'll tell you that. Oh man, yeah, Bryson.
It's
right.
another big lift. Right
This is
here.
a huge
It's
lift.
Another big lift.
We're gonna see some grinders these next couple attempts, folks. Look at that. Oh, that was a good grab.
Oh,
That was a
yeah,
good
he was
grab.
on his
He
way
was
down.
on his
He
way
was on
down.
his way
That was
down.
good timing. See, it's a little bit of timing with the spotters. I don't know if he's arguing about that, but
I
no
wouldn't. He was on
question,
his way
no
down.
question, he did not have that. And even if he did, there was already up and down on the bar, Chuck. Whereas
Yeah.
if he pulled it through, you can't have up and down on the bar. Yeah, I'm not sure what the question is. I mean, they could replay it, but it was clear as day that bar was going down.
Yeah, he was going down.
You just got to take the L sometimes. You know, some days you're just simply not strong enough.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like I said, as long as you're going to fail in the sport, as long as you correct your weaknesses
And prevail.
and prevail.
Fail and prevail I go by that.
What do we say, Chuck? Discipline?
We're disciplined, is what we like to say. You know, we get in the gym, we grind out. You know,
You got to be disciplined to be in the sport. The sport teaches you self-discipline. We got Steven up with 250 kilos. Yeah, these next handful of squats, I mean, we're going to see some grinders here.
you know.
But we live for this. We love this.
love this grinding. You know,
Wow, he had a little bit in the tank, too. I think he might have had a couple kilos left. Let's
that's
go.
a big lift right there.
Nice. We love to see them all fired up.
What do we got for pounds on here?
I love that.
567.
That last lift, Chuck?
Yep.
That was 551, Chuck.
Okay. So this must be. So Lincoln is the last lifter of this fight, right?
No, we got two more after this.
Oh, okay. This is big weight here.
Yeah, this is 567 in pounds. 257 and a half kilos. These next three are going to be massive lifts. Very efficient on the walkout. He doesn't take a lot of steps, so he's really conserving his energy. Oh, he got that.
That's
Did
a
he
grind.
get depth, Chuck?
That's
Did he get
I
depth?
thought he got that.
We want to give the benefit of the doubt to lifters. He got it.
That's a great
Nice.
lift right there. That is an awesome
Nice.
lift right there. And then for Tony
That's
in
a
the
perfect,
chat, Tony in the
perfect.
chat says strength varies day to day, which is true. That's why
It for sure does.
instead of coaches basing you off numbers and what you should be putting up that day, you're actually put on how you feel. So,
Yeah, you're going to feel different every single day, you know?
what would you say? How would you explain RPE right off the top?
In simple terms, it's basically
It's like I would say it's how the weight's feeling that
it's
day.
how the weight's feeling that day. Yeah, it's gonna feel different day to day. You know, as long as you show up. I always say, Chuck, as long as you show up on meet day, you're solid.
Exactly.
262 and a half. Oh my God. He had a little bit more in the tank.
That's a good lift.
That was our biggest squat of the day.
578. He got called on.
He got
so
called
the
on
one-
depth on the other side.
Yeah,
Interesting. Interesting.
She
Well,
called depth all day.
regardless. I don't know if I'm Logan. I'm not taking this, man. I'm not taking this.
Because
You want to save up for bench. I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna be
Maybe
tired.
squat is his lift, so he wants to finish off strong. I've always been a decent squatter, but my thing is bench. So if I'm feeling a little iffy on squat, especially for a meet like this, if I'm, if it's not like a national level meet, I'm going for that PR, that bench
yeah.
PR. I'm trying to save the energy. It sucks that they took it prematurely, but it's really hard to bounce back from the way that he made that last squat look. And I'm not saying he wasn't going to get it. He might have been able to grind that out, but since he used
This
that
is going to
much
take
energy,
a little bit of a toll.
this is gonna,
It's going to
I
take
mean,
a little
this
bit of a
is
toll on his body.
yeah.
Because it was still a really,
he's
he was still grinding hard.
He was gonna
you know?
wake up sore tomorrow. Let's see if he gets this though. I hope he doesn't cut the depth short either. No. See, and he didn't even get it up to where he had it in the first attempt.
Yeah.
You know, so he just missed 2 squats in a row. It sucks that the spotters touched it the first time, but you know what? If it went down like that on the second on that last attempt, I don't think he would have gotten that on the first. But all right, so we're about to take a 10-minute break. Chuck and I will be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna take a break ourselves, walk around, get some stretching in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab another monster. I'm on my fourth one right
Chuck's
now.
gonna go get it. Chuck's going to get his 5th monster, and then we'll be back, super energetic and ready to go. So we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
All right.
All right, we're back here with live coverage.
See how many people we got in here. See
How many people we have where?
in this right now. So we got 17 right now. I don't know if you guys were watching while we were on a little break there, but me and Tony actually took a step in front of the camera. We're suited up today. Very unusual to see this, but the other day I woke up and I was like, let's throw on some suits Sunday. You know, let's do it. So
You gotta
here
look
we
good
are.
and feel good, Chuck.
Here we are, suited up. So we just actually jumped.
60 kilos on the opener for Olivia. Oh, it was easy.
That was easy. You know, bench is very technical lift as well. You got a good
Bench
form.
is a technical lift.
You got good form. You'll have a good bench. So let's see here.
Chuck's all fired up. I don't know for those who are still in the chat from earlier. Chuck just had his 6th monster.
Yeah, I walked out there and I chugged one.
You
down
could
real
tell
quick,
it. You could
so-
tell in his voice. I'm just hoping that we don't have to take him out on a stretcher.
Oh, that's some heart palpitations.
Oh man.
It's another easy.
Cameron
bench
with
right
60
there.
kilos.
It's a great bench right there. Who we got here? Julia.
We got Julia up next with 60 kilos.
All these 60-kilo openers, huh?
Let's see how this moves. For Julia, this is her opener. Wow, smooth.
Really easy.
And for those who are just joining us, we're over here at the Ivy League Cup and Collegiate Open in Kingston, New York. And my name is Antonino Fazio, and I'm joined here with Chuck Moore. We're going to be giving you guys and girls live coverage throughout the day of this year's event. We got Cora Hefner up next, 67.5 kilos for the opener.
I think I lost my phone, by the way.
Chuck lost his phone.
It's gone. I no clue where it went. So
Is it in the suit pocket, Chuck? You got a lot of pockets here.
it's not in the suit pocket. I think I got a tie in here. Actually, I might have lost the tie last night. Got a little.
Chuck, I believe your phone's right there,
Is it behind the
buddy.
computer? Here?
Yeah,
All right, I'll get it
I
after.
think so. Is that it?
Blue case.
Blue case,
Yeah,
little
it's-
like teal on
it's
the
me.
outline. Yeah. So Chuck found his phone.
So there are 2 different sessions today. Yep, we got this one here, and then in the afternoon, are we gonna have a?
Yeah, yep. The second session in the afternoon, 5
Yep.
flights. So we got 2 flights right now. It's moving very quickly. Guys and girls flight. That was smooth for Cora. Expect her to take a bigger jump on the second attempt. So for those who have been in the chat, this is going to be a little repetitive. For those who just joined, you get 3 attempts on each lift. So you get your opener, your second attempt, and your final attempt. The opener should be relatively easy. So you're seeing these lifters come out. This is 67.5, very smooth. These are opening lifts. You want to get in the meat. You want to make sure you stay on the board. If you miss an attempt, you cannot go down in weight. So it's important that you really hit the opener and make sure that you're staying in the meat. Then second attempts, you could go up a little bit. Third attempts, usually a PR and a bigger lift.
So we got David in the chat. Says Mo Monster, Mo Problem.
You don't want to have too many problems, David.
You know,
Type of problems that involve a stretcher and an ambulance. Chucky boy's smiling
Yeah,
ear to
that's
ear right
funny.
now.
That's funny.
You like that. All right, we got Amani up right now, 77.5 kilos on the bar. We got 2 more opening attempts. Amani followed by Haley. Haley's on deck. See how this moves. Okay, hesitated a little bit on the chest. She's got to grind to sustain this meat, Chuck. Oh, man. You hate to see that. Just
Was that the
hesitate it.
opener?
Hesitate it a little bit on the way down. That was
was
the
the
opener.
opener.
Yeah, that was an
That-
opener. So this
So
is a
she
good
might run into
example of
the
what I was talking
situation,
about
yeah.
later. So, Chuck, you can't go down in weight now. She has to either stay the same or go up in weight. So, obviously, if you miss an attempt like that, you have to stay the same. You're
Yeah.
not going to go up in weight because there's no way.
that looked almost more like a PR
Yeah,
attempt than it did an opener.
you don't know because there's a lot of variables that go in, but it looks like she hesitated on the way down, and she was like a little awkward on the chest.
Yeah, when she got on her chest, she was it was wild.
Yeah, it was a little misgroove on
I
the
saw
chest.
that,
Yeah. So let's see if she could clean it up. You hate to see lifters get disqualified because they opened up too heavy. My rule of thumb is opener, you want to be able to hit any day of the week because,
Yep.
Like somebody said in the chat earlier, you're not going to always feel 100%. So you want to make sure that the weight that you're hitting on meet day for opener is something you could hit even when you feel your absolute worst. So, that's a pretty good opener. Haley, it moved pretty good.
That looked
Had a couple reps in the tank. That's what you want when you're opening up with a lift. When you're trying to gauge your opener. That's a common question too, Chuck. How do I gauge what my opener should be? I always say hit something that you could hit any day of the week that's comfortable and moves smooth. That's not like a PR, something that you're just overall comfortable with.
something just to lock you in the meat, get you ready.
Exactly, especially if it's your first time competing, Chuck. Like you're competing in a couple weeks, you want to hit something that you're very comfortable with because when you go out there, it's a different feel, especially the first time.
Probably gonna walk out there with like 420 on the bar.
You're going to be walking out pretty confident, though, I feel, because
Yeah.
you're pretty smooth with it, Chuck. I've been watching Chuck train. Chuck's a pretty smooth lifter, especially we'll call him a beginner because
I am.
he's
I've
a
only
beginner.
been technically powerlifting for 4 months, right, as of now. So
He knows quite a bit, though. I've been powerlifting for 6 years, and I believed in Chuck to come and commentate with me today. So, as Olivia smokes that second attempt bench, 62.5 kilos. So she only jumped up 2.5 kilos, but it looks smooth. So if that's the game plan, that's the game plan. She also only jumped 5 kilos on squat. If that's how you're training, though, you're taking those little jumps. You got to continue that groove into the meet. You don't want to change anything the day of.
But bench with me, I feel like it doesn't take a huge toll on my body. So depending on how my second one moves, I'm gonna make a huge jump on that third attempt.
Chuck wants to make a statement at his first meet, so he's gonna really be going guns blazing.
It all came from I saw this guy Tony here. First day ever meeting him in person, he asked me for a spot on bench, and I see him throw up more than I can squat. So, I gotta make a statement now, and I gotta get to that point.
You're gassing
So.
me up, Chuck. I did notice a fire in Chuck after his training's been going a lot better. Like he saw how seriously I was taking it. I think that rubs off on the athlete. It's important to train with people who are lifting more weight than you, Chuck.
Exactly.
If you're the strongest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. That's what I like to say. We got 65 kilos on for Julia. We're kind of just ripping through these openers. I mean, the real fun doesn't start until third attempps.
Yeah,
Chuck, that's when we start seeing some misses.
Where you throw the weight on.
Yeah.
With bench, you can play around with it a little bit. It doesn't.
You're
take
in
a
the
huge
meat at
toll.
that point. You're in the meat at that point. You could have a little fun on bench. Bench is my favorite lift. I always like benching. It's
if
the
you,
middle of the lift. You get some momentum for deadlifts. You're ready.
Fail a squat. It takes a little bit more toll on your body than a bench.
Yeah,
does.
you don't want to fail squats, Chuck. Especially you don't want to fail 'em. A little smooth,
Another good lift right
She's
there.
gonna have watch this, Chuck. As she goes, she's gonna have a little trouble off the chest. She's got like a little bit of a sticking point. I can tell on her opener. So when you're looking at a lifter, you want to look at where their struggling point is. So some people struggle at lockout, some people struggle off the chest, and that'll really become prevalent as they put more weight on the bar. So the key is to work on those sticking points. You want to make sure that you're strengthening those sticking points so that basically you're turning a weakness into a strength.
Yep. I feel that.
72.5 kilos for Cora. And she needs she's got this.
That looked good.
I was
That was
saying,
solid all the way up.
I
That was a
forgot
grind,
these-
but that was solid.
I forgot these were second attempts. I was going to say she needs to stay in, but that was good. And her first attempt moved good. She jumped up a little bit, but yeah, that was smooth. She definitely doesn't have a third attempt though, Chuck. If I was her, you could put it on the bar, but I wouldn't because you're most likely not going to get anything more than that. That looked like a PR for her.
Yeah, that looked fight. That was definitely a fight.
Yeah,
So
it was a little
she's
bit of a fight.
actually. Let's see how she does here because she actually failed her first.
So this is Amani. Like I said earlier, she ended up retaking 77 and a half. And that's a smart move. With a miss like that, you don't want to go up in weight because, and she's nervous as it is. I would be nervous. This actually happened to me, but it happened on my second attempt. It's never happened to me on my first, but. Oh, I hope the judges give her that.
That looked a
It
lot
was a
better
little
than the
up
first
and
one.
yeah, they gave it to her. Wow, I was gonna say there might have been up and down in the bar, Chuck, because
Yeah.
you can't have any up and down motion on the bar. So if the bar dips at all, and then it goes up again, it's no good. So she had a little bit. It's okay to struggle with it, but you have to make sure that you lock it out without the bar dipping at all. So that was a good lift. What do you think, Chuck?
That was
Good?
solid.
Solid.
If
She's in the meat.
if she throws on a pair of wrist wraps, might help her a little bit better too.
Oh, she wasn't wearing wrist wraps.
She was
I didn't notice that.
she was wrapless. She went up there bare wristed.
Yeah, so equipment on bench, you could wear belt, wear wrist wraps, and then that's pretty much it. And then there's equip lifting, Chuck. That seems to be foreign nowadays. Chuck's new into lifting. Do you even know about equip
I
lifting?
know about equipped lifting.
They got the
I got
bench-
some opinions
They
on
got
it.
they got the bench,
bench
shirts and
suits
the,
and-
the
yep.
bench. We don't want to get controversial here, but I'm not really a huge fan of equip lifting myself. I'm a firm believer in lift the weight, with your body. Don't use because these shirts, it's not just like a bench shirt, a little bit of elasticity. This is like a bench shirt that you can't even move in unless you're throwing 500 pounds in your hands. I mean, it's pretty stiff, and then you're using the knee wraps and all that. I'm a firm believer in you just get a pair of knee sleeves on, get some wrist wraps on, get a belt on, and that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
You got to be strong. You got to be strong without the equipment.
These girls are out here throwing up some weight today.
They're throwing up some
throwing
weight,
up some
Chuck.
weight.
This is pretty good.
Throwing up some weight.
Oh, this is pretty good.
So you can jump more than 2.5 kilos, but for these girls here, it looks like they're going big. So
That was a nice second attempt. Yeah, it seems that they're letting it fly a little bit sooner than they did on squats. Like squats, second attempt, everyone looked like they had a little bit left in the tank. On bench, it looks like they're sending it a little bit prematurely. Like some of these second attempts, Chuck, they look like third attempts, don't they?
they do.
Like I said before, a third attempt would be something that is a huge PR, something that you're going to struggle a little bit more with. And we're seeing that on these second attempts, so it's going to be interesting to see where these ladies jump to from second to third.
Yep.
Right? Or are we on?
We're on third now.
Oh, we're on third. Okay. Was that the top of the? Are we on the top of the order? Okay. Yeah. So we're on third attempt. So we're gonna start seeing some fights. Oh my God.
She's grinding for
Oh,
this. She's grinding.
She's got that. She's got it back. Oh,
There was no
wow.
up and down.
That's crazy.
There was no up and down, but she did lock out
67 and a half.
the right side before the left. That was a grind right
And
there.
and Chuck, you can lock out the right side and then the left side after.
Yep.
Like I said, you just cannot have that dip in the
Did
bar.
we have the white? Did we see a white light count?
The what?
The light counts?
It was good lift. Yeah.
It was
Hell
good.
Yeah.
All three.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, that was a grind. That wasn't bad.
We got Catherine Herbert up now.
I don't know if there's a minimum to what you can jump in, right? As far as kilos.
There's no minimum. I think you could. No, as long as you're going up, you can even chip your last attempt. I don't know why you would, but yeah, there's no minimum. Like I said, you just can't jump down.
Yep.
We got our next batch of lifters coming in for the afternoon session.
Yeah, this place is starting to fill up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's starting to fill up.
I'm glad we're not in that room. You know?
Yeah, Chuck and I got our little layer. We have we're in the room with all the accessories and the dumbbells. We might have to get a little pump in, Chuck.
Yeah, I was thinking about grabbing a couple 15s and just repping them out quick.
Let's go, Julia. In the bathroom, probably. The bathroom. There's a hallway. You go down, then to the left, and then it's a couple doors down on your left.
Okay. I'll clean it up.
Right. So left.
Relapse.
3 lefts. Yeah. You got it. Got to help our fellow lifters out here,
We're
right,
just
Chuck?
being a good Samaritan, you know?
You got to be. Very bad at explaining directions.
Pretty sure he
hope
just
doesn't
spilled
get
his
lost.
pre-workout, so I hope
Yeah, you might get lost. But you know what? These are the Ivy League, so I feel like, these are smart kids. They'll figure it out. They'll figure out where the bathroom is, Chuck.
they have to. That was a very weird bathroom.
Yeah, it's off the beaten path. 75 kilos. Are we going to get another grind?
It's
No.
out there. Yep, she dipped down a little bit.
Yeah, once you see that
It's that
dip, you
third-
got to just grab
It's
it.
that third
'Cause
attempt, though. So.
yeah, it's third attempts. And like I said, some of these girls, they went a little too crazy on the seconds, so you're going to see some misses on the thirds.
Yep.
We got 80 kilos on the bar for Amani.
She
These
took it
are-
a little rough on that second one, and so she's going up. It looks like, right?
Yeah, she decided to go up. What did she miss Would she miss her first on again?
77.5 kilos.
I don't remember why she missed that. She
She
came back and got it.
missed that. She just didn't get it up.
This is
Like, she missed it.
176 pounds. Oh, she missed
She actually failed it. Yeah. Like she couldn't get the weight up. So
Oh, that's right. That's okay. Yeah. I remember now.
what are they throwing on? He just put a green plate on. Am I missing something here?
Yeah, a green that's the wrong weight on the bar for what we see back here. Oh, you know what they're doing, Chuck? She's timing out. So she decided to scratch her.
Scratch her third.
Yeah,
lift.
she's scratching her third lift to give. So this is actually a nice thing that you could do as a fellow lifter. You put an attempt in and let the clock run out to give the last person in the flight some extra time to rest. That's actually so she's timing out, so she's not taking. So they just went right ahead and loaded 97.5 kilos, which is a massive bench.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, it's really big. That's 214 pounds, 215 pounds, I should say, for Haley Clayton. This is a big bench. 65.3 kilos body weight. She's benching 215.
This might look strong.
This is
But
1.5
the
times her
last-
body weight.
her,
This is big.
Her last lift, 92, was slow.
Yeah,
So-
let's see if she gets this. She wants it bad, but let's see. Keeps the chest high. That's good. Oh, I think she's
Fighting.
got it. She's
Yeah,
got
she's
it.
got that all
Oh,
day.
nice.
All day.
Oh, wow. That is perfect. That's 3 whites.
That's
Too,
awesome.
too tired to celebrate, Chuck, but that's good. She's got to be happy about
Yeah.
that.
And she killed it in squats too.
She did. She's
She
having a
killed
great.
it in
She's
squats.
having a great meet. Let's see. She's 6 for 6 right now, all greens. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
She-
that's
she's
good.
having a good day. That's awesome for her.
ideally, that's what you want, Chuck. You want every single lift made. You want to go 9 for 9, all 9 attempts. Good. That's a perfect day in my eyes. Rather you look more professional if you're hitting these attempts rather than,
Just trying
putting
to-
weight on that you can't lift and you're missing. It looks very
I
unprofessional.
call that ego lifting.
Yeah, you don't want to ego lift on competition
that
day.
ego.
Save that for the gym. Or just do things right the whole time. But meet day's different. Meet day's different. You're gonna have stuff happens. We got 102.5 for Logan. This is 226. Pretty smooth. He's weighing 66.5 kilos. It's a good opener for him. Got Jordan Love up next.
I'm starting to yawn over here. I think I might need.
I think you
another-
need a 7th monster,
another
Chuck.
monster
You
over
need
here.
a 7th monster.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
This is a big bench right here.
Yeah, we got 107.5 for Jordan Love right now. This is 237 pounds. 75 kilo weight class. Pretty smooth. Pretty smooth.
It's a good bench.
For sure. £242 up next for Renee Holzer.
Let's see here.
Smooth opener. Look at that range of motion. Wow.
That's a lot. He's got a pretty narrow
That
grip on the bar.
that is a large man. Now it's a lot harder to bench when you're that lengthy, right? So
Yeah.
if you have shorter arms, you don't have to move the weight as much.
Yep.
So like me, my arms are shorter. It's easier for me to bench. But when you're tall like that, you're taking it through that range of motion. You know, that's
You got to do a lot of shoulder mobility.
you got to do a lot more work. You know, you got to really strengthen the muscles in order to bench that much weight. I mean, that's a pretty good bench for him.
Yeah. Us short, stocky guys. I mean, we got it good for bench. You know.
Yeah, if you're short and stocky, you're built for bench. You're built for
You
bench.
get on there, you get a good little arch going, and then you get that wide grip. I mean,
You get the arch and the wide grip going, you're golden. You know.
I mean, we're the reason the IPF banned it.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what? You got to be strong regardless, Chuck. You got to
Yep.
be. The rules are the rules. I get that you got to maximize the arch, maximize the grip, and try to decrease the range of motion as much as possible. But you want to be strong at the end of the day.
So I was thinking about this the other day. Do you always get a handoff, or do you have to unrack the weight yourself?
You can. So Chuck brings up a good point as Ian smokes that 117.5 kilo lift for his opener. You can, as you can see, that guy who is in the back of the bench, he's been handing off to people. Now you could either have him give you a handoff at a meet, or you have the option to say no handoff. Most of these lifters do a handoff because what does a handoff do? It's going to help you lift that weight up off the rack and conserve energy. When I lift, because I train alone, Chuck, usually in my basement, because I have a basement set up at home, I have to train with no handoff. So I just got so used to training without a handoff that when I went to go compete, I competed actually with no handoff. And that was the first competition I ever done with no handoff. And to be honest, I'm so used to it now that I don't. So to answer your question, it's personal preference, but you do not have to have a handoff. But the majority of these lifters do get a handoff because you are saving energy. You do a handoff, Chuck?
Only when I got heavy singles.
Yeah, you don't. You also don't have to do a handoff for everything. Like if you're asking for a handoff for 50% of your max, I mean, you can hand it off yourself.
Like I'll take like that. I can take without a handoff.
Yeah, when you're starting to get heavier in weight, I think 70, 80% even. Yeah, you want to get a handoff if that's what you're used to.
Well, most of the time when I don't get a handoff, it actually helps me sit in my position a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you could get pulled out of position, especially if you get a bad handoff. So it's important to, for me, I don't want to blame anybody for me not getting a lift. So I learned to give myself my own handoff because if I don't get a lift, I want it to be my fault, not somebody else's. You know, like, oh, you gave me a bad handoff. Like, no, just give yourself a handoff. I'm not saying that's what you should do. Like I said, all personal preference. How are we doing with these guys at home? These guys and girls at home?
At home, we got 22 people in here right now watching.
We got to get that chat up a little bit. Are they?
Feel free to comment, guys.
Yeah, feel free to
like
comment,
talking.
ask questions. I've been powerlifting for over 5 years, so I could probably answer the majority of your questions. Chuck here, he's going to be competing for the first time in a couple weeks. What happened with? Was that who just went? Was that Isaac?
So
So he was good for 135. I wasn't sure if something happened with the commands. It looked like he was talking.
He's been struggling with the commands all day,
Yeah.
but
Like Chuck said earlier, you have to train for meet day standards. So that means all the commands have to be down. In bench, you get 3 commands. You get start. So you'll see here, I'll run through it with Bryson here as he goes to smoke this 142.5 opener. So we got a start command, got a press command, and you got a rack command. So there's 3 commands here: start, press, and rack.
you know what? That was a smooth bench right
And
there.
that was a
too.
smooth bench.
Smooth
That
bench right
was
there.
that was a perfect example. That's exactly how a bench should look, a bench opener. So what the judge is looking for, you're noticing that for those who aren't familiar with the sport, he's pausing it on his chest. So you would see somebody in the gym just doing like a touch and go rep. Here at a powerlifting competition, you need to pause the weight on your chest. So the bar has to be what the head judge makes the calls. The head judge is looking for that bar to be completely motionless before he gives the press command. So if there's any shaking or movement on the chest, they're not going to give you the press command.
What's he throwing up here? 330.
He's throwing up 150 kilos, Chuck, at 82. Yeah, 330. Oh, this is a big bench for the 82.5 class. That was smooth. That's a big opener.
That was good.
Yeah, that was smooth.
By the way, right next to the kilo on the left side there, right
Oh,
under
they
your
have it.
name,
Okay, okay. They
has the
have it in pounds.
yeah.
Okay,
I saw you
okay.
type it into your phone. I was like,
Yeah, keep typing it in my phone. I'm doing the kilo conversion over here, but I did not realize that they have the pounds right next to the.
Yep.
Okay, all right, perfect. That's good to know. Save my phone battery a little bit,
yeah,
right?
you know. Another big bench coming up here. $347.
Yeah, that was easy, Chuck. That was real easy.
Some of these guys are making these look easy.
Whoa, we got a 380-pound opener in the 100-kilo division for Lincoln Parker.
Really?
It's a big opener, Chuck.
This is pretty big. This is a huge opener. Let's see something here. It's for an opener. I can't. That's heavy.
Yeah, it's 380 pounds for an opener. It's a pretty big bench. Wow. Yeah, that was
too
easy. He's benching over 4 today, definitely.
Oh, he missed the rack command.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but see, in this case, I mean, I would go up and wait, Chuck, because it was just too easy. You know, it was too easy.
Well, wait. You got 2 reds. So, you got 2 red lights. So was
2
that
red lights
just-
that's not a good lift.
I know.
Yeah.
So, is that because of him?
I think I didn't see it. You said that he missed the command. A yellow card. So I think a blue card is up and down on the bar. So if you get blue card, it's up and down. If you get yellow card, you miss the command.
Okay, so
So I believe he missed the command.
he might have missed the
The rack command,
rack or the
or the
press.
yeah, or the start. I don't know. All right. So we're top of the order now with Logan.
Yep. I'm kind of excited to see what some of these guys are going to throw up here.
Yeah, third attempt bench is fun. Third attempt bench is fun. Start PR territory. So we only had 1 miss for bench so far, and that was Lincoln, and that was due to some sort of command issue. Logan continues the streak of good lifts with 107.5 kilos. Got one red. Might have been for a command. Or you know what? Also, Chuck, because part of the rules is you have to have your butt down and your feet I believe
You
your
have to
feet
be
have
flat.
Actually, I don't know though. They might have changed that rule to feet. You could maybe go on your toes. I don't know if they changed that rule. But yeah, the old for what I know, I think you need to have your feet flat and your butt has to be on the bench. So it could be that too, because it didn't look like there was an up and down. So it could be like the right cheek, they say, is up and then the left cheek's down type of thing, you know? Got 117.5 kilos. Little shaky, but locks it out. And like a lift like that is a good example where I would probably call it for bench and just save energy for deadlifts, you know, but that's up to the jurisdiction of the lifter and the coach.
Yep.
All right, we got Renee up, 120 kilos on the bar. $265. A little bouncy on the chest, but it's smooth.
That range of motion is crazy.
Got a couple kilos left. The range of motion is crazy. Got a couple kilos left in the tank though. I wouldn't go too heavy. I'd maybe jump like 5 kilos, but he jumped 10 kilos from his first to second. I would take a smaller jump from second to third. Ian McGarry. You know, Chuck, you know what I think we should do so the audience could put a face to the voice? I think we should drop our Instagrams in the chat for the people back at home to follow us and engage with us on Instagram, especially if you're fellow lifters. We would love to follow to see what you guys are doing on Instagram.
You can also type it right into the comments.
Yeah, we'll comment our Instagrams and then you guys can engage. You guys and girls can engage with us on Instagram as well. I'll throw mine in too. And like I said before, Chuck and I are fellow powerlifters. I've been powerlifting for over 5 years. Chuck is actually just doing his first one in December. So we got a veteran and a rookie in the building, both commentating. It's a good mix, right, Chuck?
Yeah, it's not bad. What's your
get you here.
Instagram here?
The Quad Father is my Instagram.
He does have big quads, by the way. He's not lying.
And that is a miss by Ian McGarry. Just didn't have it off the chest.
That's all it is, just the quad father.
82.5 kg.
Already getting some little love on some love on Instagram here.
And engage with us on the chat, like I said. You know, we'd love to get everyone involved from back home. You know, shout out who you're watching. Give some shout outs on the stream. We got Luke right now up, 127.5 kilos. Ooh, oh wow. Like a muscular imbalance there. The right side was stronger than the left there, but you know what? You get back into training, correct that. He'll come back and smoke that next time. We got Isaac up, 142.5.
So we got Mo in the chat. He thought when he opened your Instagram that you were Sean Collins. They do have a resemblance. It is the beard.
It's the beard, isn't it?
And it's how the hair flows back a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I actually got a little hair tutorial from Sean Collins.
when he posted it on
Yeah,
his
I got a little
Instagram,
bit. I got a little bit.
when he did that.
I got
That
a
was
little
awesome.
hair. I got a little hair inspiration from
Got some
Sean
big
Collins.
weight going up here.
Got
so
Isaac up right now. I would like to see him really take his time. You know, he's got vast range of motion. Let's go, Isaac. His butt looked like his
Looks like
butt
his
came
butt's
up, right?
coming up,
Yeah,
yeah.
his butt came up. Now, I
Definitely
don't
looks
know
like
if
his
the
butt was
other
coming
side
up.
came up, though, so he might get it 2-1. Let's see what the judges say. The suspense. Yeah, 2-1. So the front judge actually called him for up and down. So Jordan called him for up and down because that was a blue card. And then the judge on the left-hand side, I believe, called for that butt coming up.
He went up in weight, right?
Yeah, he took a jump.
Oh, but he got his first bench. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
he
he's
failed
in
his
he's in
first
the
bench.
meat. You know, he's not having the best of meats. He got a little shaky with that squat opener with the commands. Came back though. He came back and got his second attempt. So you got to give it to him for that. And you know, you're gonna have meets like this. I've had my share of meets like this. It is what it is. The most important thing is to have fun and just finish out strong. You don't want to be a quitter.
We don't quit, man.
I mean, we don't quit.
We don't quit. It's not allowed.
Pricing up 150 kilos. You know, meets like this builds character, you know. So
He looked really good on that bench right there. See what he
Yeah,
gets.
that was smooth. That was should be
three
3.
lights,
Yep. He'll be going
that
up
looked
and wait
great.
for the third.
Looked great. You got some guys definitely here. I can't wait. You know, my favorite part is to watch people deadlift. I mean, it just hypes me up. So
Yeah, deadlifts is the best. That's why they save
save it for last. SBD.
they save it for last. Yeah.
SBD. Squat, bench, deadlift.
How's our chat doing? We got anybody engaging with us here?
Other than Mocon saying that you look like Sean Collins, we don't have too much going on right now, but
All right, let's see. What's going on with Steven here? At 157.5 kilos, got the press command.
that's sturdy.
was
That's a
smooth,
fight.
yeah, that was smooth.
That's a fight, but that looked good.
That looked good, but you know what? That's a third attempt right there. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't go much more than that, if any at all. I mean, I'm big on saving energy, though. You know, when you're at a meet, you want to save energy for deadlifts.
Get somebody deadlifting behind us, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
we got some people deadlifting back here.
So we are in an open gym, so fortunately we don't have a room to ourselves.
We're in the thick of it right here.
Yeah,
You know?
so
We got John Keeley, 165 kilos. This is 363 pounds.
this is some weight right here.
Yeah, that was smooth. That was smooth. No problem. He'll be going up. Okay, so Lincoln Parker actually did go up in weight after missing that first, which I believe was on commands. Like I said, you should go up in weight because it was easy. You know, you just have to brush up on the command. So, yes, he's under pressure, but I think he's strong enough for this. Let's see what he does here. He's coming out confident, almost nearly took the whole curtain down.
This is a big kid, man.
Yeah, he's big. He's big. Let's see if he could get this big bench, though. This is huge. This is over 400 pounds. This is the only guy who's benching over 400 pounds this morning. Let's see what you can do, Lincoln. Come on. Nice.
It looks so good. And
Make
he's
sure that his
doing it
butt stayed down, though.
without wraps on.
Good. He's in it.
Did
He's
it
in it.
without wraps on. That's impressive, you know.
Yeah, I would like to see him probably go up. I don't think he should take that big of a jump. I think 420 pounds would be a good cap for him. But let's see what he goes to, Chuck. What do you think? 420 pounds? 13 pounds?
He might go up.
Pound jump?
He might go up like a. Might throw
He looks like
chip
yeah,
on there.
Yeah. Throw a little chip on there.
we got a Giga Chad in the comment section here. 409 on that bench is crazy.
Yeah, that was good. Giga Chad vibes.
Giga Chad.
All right, back at the top. 112.5 for Logan. No, He'll finish with 107.5 kilos, though. Not a bad start. Be looking to finish strong on deadlifts for Logan. And we got Jordan Love up next, 122.5 kilos. This is 270 pounds in the 75 kilo weight class.
For those of you who don't know, I'm sitting next to a absolute menace when it comes to bench. I mean, a couple weeks ago, this guy threw up 463, was it?
Yeah, you were spotting me for that, Chuck.
I was there for that.
463.
463. What did you put up when you competed?
I benched 468 at 82.5 kilos body weight.
He fought for that one, but that's a big bench right there.
It's not bad, Chuck. Bench is my best lift.
I like that.
Squat might need a little bit of work.
I can help you with that one. Can't help you with that.
Yeah, Chuck's a pretty good squatter. We're looking to see what he's going to put up at his first meet in a couple weeks. What are you looking for, Chuck? 500? Chasing that 500?
Oh, I was thinking more like 460, 470.
460? He's taking it
Who
slow.
knows? You know, me and Kevin are going to try to push my limits within this next month.
You want to push your limits, that's the biggest thing. But you also, Chuck, for your first meet and some of these
got to get the
lifters,
feel out of the way.
you want to get the feel out of the way, yeah, because what you're doing in the gym is it's not going to be different on meet day, but you're going to have a different feel on meet day. It's a different environment. But you're going to be on your home turf at ABC Sports and Fitness, so we got 125 kilos. This is 275 pounds for Ian McGarry right now. The press command, yeah, just not strong enough today for Ian. But he's in it because he got his opener for bench. Be looking to finish deadlifts out strong. Got Renee up right now, 275 pounds. God, that is annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I'm surprised that they let people come back here and lift. They should probably just shut the gym down.
I don't know if Jan knows about that.
Yeah, they should probably just shut the gym down on days like this. But what are you going to do? Apologize for that if that's annoying at home. A little deadlifting in the back. Yeah, Jack. So rehydration is very important at these types of meets. Let's see. Renee here, 100. Oh, my God, look at that range of motion. Bounce a little bit on the chest. Oh, he's got that. Yo. Oh, I dipped on. See, he dipped. Let's see what the judges say, though. If I was in the chair, I would call that not a good lift because of that little dip. But sometimes they give the benefit of the doubt, and they did.
Three
Wow.
whites.
Okay, 3 whites. Okay, it's a good lift. So, yeah, back to what Jack said. Can you read me that comment again?
It says, wants us to talk about what lifters do in between the flights here.
So it depends on the lifter. If you're coming in pretty well hydrated and well fed, and you don't have to do a cut, then you're pretty much smooth sailing. I mean, you're just trying to stay loose. You're trying not to get in your head. Maybe listen to music, a little meditation. You're drinking water. Obviously, you might get a little snack in or two, but nothing crazy. You don't want to be feeding your stomach too much. So some guys, we go to these lifts, and girls, they're eating pizza. And just not strong enough today for 127 for Luke. But they're stuffing their face with pizza, Chipotle, burgers. Like you want to save those foods for after. You want to be eating quick digesting foods. And then if you have a water cut, you're very focused on that. Like I had to cut weight. I competed last week in the 82.5 kilo class. I had to cut weight. So before I competed, and I was working with a dietitian, good friend of mine, the strong dietitian. Mike Perkins. Shout out Mike Perkins for helping me out with my cut. But you're rehydrating. So not to get into specifics, but you're focusing on your rehydration. You're focusing on the food, and but some of these lifters are just chilling back there. They're in good shape. They're just trying to stay loose. All right, Isaac needs this. Come on, Isaac, grind this out. Just not strong enough. See, he's got some things to work on in his next prep, but he's a strong kid. He's a strong kid, and you're going to get stronger. Your first meet. I'm not sure if this is his first meet or not, but get stronger as you go. Biggest thing is patience. You need to be patient within this sport. takes
Yep.
a lot of time to get strong.
Yeah, you can't let your ego get to you either.
Yeah, you can't let your ego.
Like when I first started lifting, I had a big ego problem I had to get rid of.
Yeah,
So-
it's a common thing. You have to kind of calm the ego down a little bit because the ego could also get you hurt, Chuck.
It
So,
can. It can.
Got 336 pounds in the bar for Bryson. Oh, he's got this. Way to grind that.
It's all day right there. It's all day.
So he's got a closer
good
grip
bench.
on. Yeah, that was a great bench. He's got a closer grip, so the majority of that is triceps.
Yep.
If you have more of a wider grip, it's not going to be as tricep dominant, but triceps are a very important part of the bench.
A lot of lat control too.
Yeah,
Good
when
lat
as you
control
go, yes, as you go wider, it's almost as if you're doing a lat pull down, and then on the way up, you're driving through your triceps. And depending on how high your arch is and what your range of motion is looking like, it's going to play a role too. So we got 352 pounds in the bar right now for Steven Hess. Third attempt right here. Most of these lifters been doing all right with these thirds.
It's clean.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
That's a solid third.
We're seeing quite a bit of misses, but some of these lifters are doing pretty good with these thirds. These third attempts, like I said earlier, it's when you start pushing your limits a little bit more. Chuck's having a good time over here. Chuck, what are you on? Your seventh monster?
No, I'm actually on 10, and
We're gonna need it. I think I'm prearranging an ambulance for Chuck. He
yeah,
might not
I'm
be
just
with
gonna
us in the
schedule
vlog.
an ambulance to be here around 12 o'clock. So unfortunately, I had a wedding to go to last night. We all know how that goes. So
Hey, he's here though.
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I got to be disciplined, man. I say I'm gonna be somewhere, I got to be there.
He's here.
So
374 pounds, John Keeley. Third attempt bench. Wow, and he had some left in the tank. That's a good lift. Only took a 5-kilo jump, which I said was smart, but based on that, it looked like he had a few more in the tank. But better to have that going into bench than to burn yourself out. Chuck's absolutely loving this.
every day.
192
I just love the vibes
kilos.
here, man. I just love being around all these guys and having fun. Everybody's got some good energy here, and
This is 424 pounds. So he actually threw on exactly what I said he was going to. He threw on a little bit more. I said he should have went to 420. Let's see if he shocks me here. Let's go, Lincoln. We're behind you here. The crowd is behind him. I thought he should have went to 420, 418 actually, 418. But I think if he went to 418, he would have been able to grind that out. But I get it. You're in the meet. You're all fired up, and you just kind of send it. All right, so now we're going to take a 10-minute break, I believe.
yeah, let's see.
Yep, we're going to be taking a
We're gonna take a
10-minute
10-minute
break,
break.
and we're going to be transitioning to deadlifts here in 10 minutes. So we'll see you guys and girls back in 10 minutes. All right, and we are back. About to start third attempt deadlifts in a few seconds here. First attempt deadlifts. Oh man, it's gonna be a long afternoon. So we got Catherine Herbert up. Bars loaded. We're waiting for the judges to take their seats. We're gonna get this show on the road. People watching in the chat, can you let us know where you're from and who you're watching? I'd like to get the chat more engaged here. We need more chat engagement. All right, so first attempt here, Catherine Herbert. Oh, I blinked and I missed it. It's 112 and a half kilos. Cameron Roslin's up next, 117 and a half kilos. Deadlifts is where it gets fun, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron Roslin, 117 and a half kilos.
A little bit of a high wedge right here.
Yeah, it was a high wedge.
But
Look at you with the technical terms.
you know, listen, me and Kevin Friday night spent 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours actually.
Just talking about hip wedging.
No, doing hip wedging.
Really?
Doing it, yep.
If you want to get good at something, you have to do it. 117 and a half. Easy opener. You have to do it again and again and again.
So we actually have some people in the chat right now telling us where they're from, who they're rooting for.
Awesome. This is what we're looking for.
So
What's going on in the chat?
we got a lot going on. We got Tony and Jack are rooting for Cora Hefner.
Okay.
So how's she doing?
So shout out
Let's-
to Tony and Jack. Cora's a couple out. She's 3 out right now.
She's throwing up some pretty solid numbers, so.
She's opening up with 137 and a half kilos on deadlift.
That's pretty big.
But right now we have 125 kilos for Amani. Taking her time. Smooth. Yeah, it's smooth. It's a good look.
We also have Genesis in here rooting for Isaac. She's down in Bronx, New York. So you were just recently down there, so
Yeah, I was just over in that area, over in Brooklyn. I was in Williamsburg competing. About 130 kilos on the bar for Olivia. The sumo
her
stance.
parents are actually in here right now and just commented. Mark and Kendra.
Oh, wow. That was almost a little bit too easy of an opener. Expect her to take a bigger jump in her second. Wow, that was good. Got 137.5 now for Cora. This is just over 300 pounds, 303 pounds on the bar. Bar is loaded for Cora.
Lot of sumo. I see.
Some sumo. Looks like she's got the Converse on. I used to deadlift with the Converse myself
Really?
before I switched to the slides. That was easy.
Yeah, that was a great wedge.
Chuck is
That was
huge
great
on the hip wedge.
you know,
Chuck, since
when
you
you-
seem
when
to
you-
be a connoisseur, do you want to explain to the folks back home
See,
what
I
it
can't
is?
explain it, but I can do it, and I can see it. But when you wedge your hips the right way, it kind of allows the weight to
You're basically
freely pick up
leveraging
off
the
ground.
weight with your hips. So you're not just like lifting it off the floor at your back. You're getting your hips involved. You're doing exactly what it is. You're wedging against the bar. So you see when she comes down and then she initiates the lift. Wow, she had a narrow. Did you see where her hands were? Her hands were on the smooth
No,
part of the
I
bar.
was reading this comment, so it looks like Cora actually just hit her. She just qualified for nationals with that lift.
With her opener dead?
Yep.
See, oh, congratulations, Cora. That's awesome. So now at this point, she could just send it on the next two deadlifts.
Yeah. Do whatever
You do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Good for you guys. If you're the parents out there watching her, she's worked
You should
hard
be
for
proud.
This,
I
so.
know my parents don't 100% understand the sport. A lot of parents back at home don't understand. But what you can understand is that, your children work really hard for this for, 8, 12 weeks, whatever the prep is. So it means a lot when you're cheering on your children from back home. So thank you to all the parents, and shout out to all the parents in the chat right now, rallying behind these athletes. Let's see, Catherine right now, 120 kilos, pretty smooth.
That is good. 10 or second attempt. That's good.
Yeah, that was smooth.
Deadlifts are hard to push that third one out though.
Yeah, I like sending deadlifts. Third attempt, you gotta go a little crazy, Chuck.
Yeah. You started to get the shakes on the way up.
Yeah, well, you got the shakes right now with all those monsters you've been drinking.
Oh my! I'm
What do you want?
12 deep right now.
12 monsters deep.
So, listen,
How many more until we have to send Chuck to the hospital? You
How
think?
many?
3 more?
how many more until we run out? That's the real question. That's what I'm thinking about.
Cameron Roslin up right now, 122 and a half. That looked like an opener. I mean, she's got to throw some weight on the bar at this point. That is too easy. Jan's cranking the music out there.
That alternative rock.
Got 125 kilos on the bar for Julia. This is 275 pounds.
I just need to drink more water. I need to stay hydrated. Biggest part about being a power lifter is keeping your body maintained and healthy. Wouldn't you say so?
Dead?
125 is good for Julia. Bar is loaded for Olivia. We got 140 kilos, just over 300 pounds. She is got her second attempt in at 308 pounds. First attempt looked pretty easy. Let's see how the second goes. Yeah, she's got to go up a little bit on this third. It's the end of the meet. I would throw on, what'd she go? 10 kilos? Take a little bit of a bigger jump.
Where are we?
Well, if she sticks to that 10-kilo jump, I mean, she's gonna end with a pretty smooth meet. Only missed her squat third attempt, so.
That's good. That's good.
What were you gonna say there, Chuck?
Don't remember. Kind of just slipped out.
Chuck, I think you need one more monster for the memory.
I do. I gotta stay more disciplined about drinking monsters.
Yeah, you do. Haley Clayton's up with 314 pounds on the bar. And she's gripping the smooth part of the bar. I don't know how people do that.
I'm
This
actually
wasn't
shocked.
strong enough on the
I'm
day.
actually
But
shocked.
yeah, that's a tough place to grip the bar. So if you guys notice,
you gotta have really strong grip strength to do that.
Yeah,
nothing
because it's
to catch
slippery.
your hand. Yeah.
so if you guys could see, it's a little bit far away. For those who aren't familiar, there is a smooth part of the bar and then there's a rough part of the bar. And she was gripping the smooth part. Ideally, you'd want to grip the rough part because, like Chuck said, your hands are going to catch on something. But the smooth, it could just slip right out. All right, here we go. We got Cora up right now. 145. This is 319 pounds.
It's easy.
Nice.
It's a good lift.
That was smooth. And she had some left in the tank.
That's good.
That was... Yeah, she's going to take a bigger jump on that third. That was smooth. We got Catherine up right now, 125 kilos on the bar. She's going to look to finish with 275 pounds.
Coming up again. Third and final time. You need to get loud here.
Third and final attempt.
Just not strong enough today. She had a solid meet, though. That was her only missed attempt on the day. She went 8 for 9. That's pretty good, Chuck.
Yeah, when you get down to the end of the meet, you know your body's pretty much giving up on you.
You're beat up, man.
Yeah,
You're beat up. I
so-
remember when I competed a few weeks ago. By the end, it was pure heart and soul for the third attempt deadlift. I mean, I was gassed.
Yep.
And then I slept great that night. There's nothing like, if you struggle with sleep, there's nothing like just going and lifting your heart out and then going to bed.
Oh, I feel that.
Could go both ways, though, or you could stay up all night thinking about it. 130, third attempt. That was easy. A little fight off the floor, but that was smooth. That was a good lift.
You gotta expect the unexpected.
Great work for Cameron. Now we got Julia up right now. She took a 10-kilo jump from the second attempt. She's up to just a shade under 300 pounds, 297 pounds on the bar. Let's go, Julia. Yeah, I mean, that should have been her second attempt. That was too easy.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was easy. She definitely had over 300 on the day. She finished with a solid meet as well. Now we're down to the final 3 females today.
Go, Haley.
Let's go, Haley.
A narrow grip.
Yeah, I think she's got to change that grip up. To be honest, I think if she starts gripping the outer part where it's rough, she's gonna find that she's gonna be able to grind it out a little bit more.
Yep.
You know, because the bar's not gonna feel like it's slipping out. Regardless, it looks like she got first place in the 67.5 kilo weight class. So she finished the day off pretty strong.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Now Olivia here in the 56. She has had a near perfect meet as well, only missing one attempt on her third squat. Let's see if she could smoke this. So she stayed true to the 10 kilo jumps. This is 330 pounds. This is massive. Hips rise a little bit. Oh, wow. There's an up and down. So she locks it, but that's not going to be a good lift because of the up and down on the bar. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
she
sucks.
fought for that one, though.
She was strong enough for it. I think she just,
she
things happen.
was a little bit more patient with it off the ground.
She was patient on the first couple, and I think that one, it was just third attempt. You go a little, you try to push it too much, but you have to remember to stay true to your training and
If you keep,
stay consistent.
sometimes you get down and you're trying to wedge that weight off the ground. And
When
it
it's
doesn't
heavy,
feel
it's
like
heavy.
it doesn't want to come up, but as long as you keep that form down, if her hips didn't come up right there and she kept
You
them
need
down.
to trust your form. Do not break form. That's the biggest thing. Even if you miss it, you want to stay true. Cora right now with 336 pounds. This is the biggest female deadlift of the day. I think she's good for it. Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a
That was a great.
hitched a little bit at the top.
No,
but
it looked like she almost jumped with the weight. Yeah, they
she
called her
hit-
for it.
Yeah, she
The
hitched a
hitch,
little
yeah.
bit.
It's hard to tell from this angle. The front judge called it good. I would have called it good, but side judges saw it differently.
Because you can see the shoulders from the side.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can see the shoulders pulled back, and you're like,
yeah. Well, regardless, she had a pretty good meet.
Yep.
We're gonna move right into the next flight now.
are we going straight?
We're going
Oh,
straight
yeah,
in.
we're going straight
We're
in.
going straight in. We got Renee Holzer up. He's gonna be opening up with 397 pounds on the bar, 180 kilos. The bar is pretty much loaded.
Yeah, Cora definitely fought hard for that.
Yeah, all the ladies did a great job this morning, I think.
Really they came out here to ball, man.
You gotta when you
out here to
when
do
you
their
come to these-
thing.
Yeah, you gotta do your thing. You know. I call meet day. Meet day is no different than in the gym. You're just lifting in front of other people. There's judges, but everything else stays the same. You're going out there. You're lifting. For me, I treat it as if it's just another day in the gym. That's all it is.
Exactly.
So we got Renee. I don't know. We're waiting for the judges to take their seats again. We're about to start momentarily here, so bear with us. If you're in the chat, ask us any questions that you might have and just engage with us. We're gonna be here all day, so let's make this chat fun.
All day.
See, we got anything in the chat?
Not yet. It was easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Did the camera angle change?
The camera might have changed a little bit because of all the vibration of the floor, Chuck.
Yep. Makes sense.
Got 440 pounds for Ian McGarry. It's a pretty big opener.
It's a 1-to-1 sumo to
67 and a
conventional
half.
ratio right here.
Yeah, this is good.
He's scraping it a little bit on that shiny side.
He is completely on the smooth. I don't know how people do that. That is crazy. Gets it. And I think he was hook grip as well. Was he hook grip, Chuck?
It looked like it. It didn't look. I mean, it could have just been double overhand, but it wasn't switch.
We got 205 for Logan Streetman. Logan taking his time. These lifters have a whole minute to get this lift off. And there's only one command, and that's the down command. Wow, he's gripping on the smooth as well. What is going on here today? Wow, that's crazy. 205, that is a good lift for Logan. All right, now we got Isaac. Let's see what we could do here, Isaac. Let's finish the day off strong. Had a couple misses, but you know what? The important thing is finishing off strong and staying in it, and then evaluating what you got to change after.
Everything was moving really fast. You know, squats were moving fast, but he was missing the.
He's a strong kid, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Just it's hard with those commands. I mean, he's starting off pretty hot.
Yeah, he's starting off pretty hot here. He's in the 90 kilo class. He's opening up with 500 pounds. Let's see what he could do. Conventional stance.
Easy. That was good.
Yeah, no question about that. Deadlift might be his lift. I mean, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. That was easy.
If I was him, I'd probably go up 10 kilos, just keep money in the bank, finish off strong, and then go up according to that. I think this might be his first time competing, Chuck, because he seems to be like asking questions and stuff, but he's doing great if this is his first time. We got Jordan up now with 507 pounds on the bar. This is a 75 kilo lifter. This is a big lift for a 75 kilo lifter.
We got a comment here that says, "What does it mean to be a guest lifter?"
So if it registers as guest, that means that they probably either. Actually, I'll have Jan explain that. He'll explain it much better. Jan, we had somebody ask, what does it mean to be a guest lifter?
Or in the collegiate?
Yeah.
In the collegiate division, they cannot be older than 26 years old. So if they're over 26 and they're going to college, say a grad student or whatever, they automatically are a guest lifter. So they cannot be a collegiate lifter and be over 26.
So they can't place, right, Jan?
Correct.
But they could still get a total in the database.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go.
Right from the man himself.
That was good timing. He just happened to walk in. 512. It's 232.5 kilos for Luke.
Now, there's nobody in
Makes
this
good on his
competition right
opener.
now that's a guest lifter, right? There is?
Yeah, there is. I think that whoever just lifted was. Yeah.
We have one or two maybe this afternoon. It's very atypical. Like you have some older students. Or you
Got
have
Bryson
somebody
up right now
that is part-time. That would be
in the
an older
100
student.
kilo division. He's opening up at 518 pounds. This is
518, that's a big
235
number.
kilos. It was pretty smooth. His toes came up a little bit. It's important that you keep those feet flat and make sure
Flat.
that you're wedging,
Gotta-
staying flat.
He's got to try to keep his shoulders a little bit more loose.
Yeah, you just want to take your time. I know you got the jitters on your first attempt, but you want to make sure you're really taking your time with the weight, not rushing.
It's a
it.
good lift, though. It's a great
It's a
lift.
good lift. He'll definitely go up on a second. And we got Lincoln Parker up right now with 240 kilos. He's got 529 pounds on the bar. And he's in the 100 kilo division. He's had a great meet so far. Had a monstrous bench.
Speaking of monsters, I should go grab one.
Yeah, that was
That
was very
easy.
3 white lights for him. Oh, smooth. In the third one.
for you.
Got Stephen Hess up right now. 242.5 kilos, 534 pounds for his opener. That was easy. 3 whites for him. This is the most weight that we've seen on the bar. This is our first deadlift over 600 pounds here. John Keeley. He's in the 110 weight class. See how this moves. 622 pounds.
John is a graduating West Point cadet. I was talking to him earlier. I've seen this guy compete a bunch of different times. We did an all-academy meet in December for them. That looks like dude's strong.
That was easy.
And he's very technical and methodical about everything he does out there. But he was telling me about, where he's looking at going to post and all that. So I wish him luck.
Some heavy lifters in here today.
And that's Jan Dario, who just hopped on the mic. He's the New York State chairman, USA Powerlifting. He's the reason we're able to put most of these meets on in upstate New York here. So huge shout out to Jan. I think he's going to hop in commentating with us for a few minutes, right, Jan?
While I have time, we're getting ready to go into this.
He's commentating, he's directing, he's doing it all. He's like Superman right now.
We're getting ready to go into this 5 flight sessions. Just, I don't know why I did it, but you know what? Who cares? Ivy League want to live together. We're making it happen. So it's going to be a long afternoon. Buckle in.
Jan is the only one who can drink more monsters than Chuck here, so that's huge.
I'll take that. I mean, on any given day, 1, 2, meet day, 5, 6.
Oh, Jan, you got to speed up. I'm at like 16 right now.
Renee Holzer, that's good for a second deadlift.
Those are doubles, so that's not the single small can.
He's drinking tall boys.
He's drinking the
of
tall boys,
monsters,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian up next with 215 kilos, 473 pounds for his second deadlift attempt. It's a pretty solid deadlift for that weight class. 67.5 kilos. See how this moves. And Jan, most of these lifters are here to qualify for collegiates. Is that correct?
Yeah, they wanted to do a meet before the school year ended this year. So at least before they go on break. But I mean, collegiates is what, April?
Yeah, it's in the spring, right?
Yeah. Arlington, Texas. Shout out to Arlington, Texas. We're going to be down there with the USA Powerlifting community, blowing it up 4 or 5 days of just monotony.
Jan, look where he's gripping this bar. We've seen a couple lifters with this grip.
On the knurling?
On the smooth part of the knurling.
And that's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what will happen.
Chalk and no knurling equals drop deadlift.
Yeah, you don't want to grip on the smooth. I don't see any like higher level athletes gripping on the smooth. You want to grip on the knurling because, like Chuck said earlier, that's where it's going to catch in your hand. So
funny point, right? I did a practical for Ava Allen. If you don't know Ava Allen, and she's a 52, I believe, maybe even lighter than that. But she's so small that she literally grips in the smooth of the barbell. And that she doesn't because she can't go wider than that.
So she grips like this. This is another.
Yeah,
another
just like
one.
that.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row. He happened to get his though, I think. Oh, you got one red.
What's that, maybe on lockout?
Soft knees probably was a red.
Soft knees, yeah. But that's going to be common with that grip though, Regardless, he got the lift.
Specifically with hook. If you're pulling the hook that way,
oh my God,
it's going to come out and it's going to go fling in. If you're mixed grip, you may have a good chance. You have a dominant hand that can still hang on and hold on, but for the most part, you're going to lose it, especially on heavy seconds and definitely thirds.
We've got Jordan Love up right now, 523 pounds on the bar.
Jordan's been having a real good day today.
Yeah, Jordan's looks solid. He's been putting up some decent numbers. He's in the 75-kilo weight class.
Well, I'm going to blow out here, guys. I got to go get awards ready for these guys, and I'll check in some point on session 2.
We'll have Jan back in the afternoon.
All right.
Shout out to Jan for hopping in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was close, man. That was close. Right at lockout. You hate to see that.
So we got Jack in the comments saying it could be mechanically better to pull a little bit more narrower, not on the knurling, because you can get a little bit more vertical.
If you can hang on to the bar, sure. But if you're having grip issues, I wouldn't advise it. You know, like we saw somebody drop it. You know, you don't want that either.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good second attempt.
This is his lift. This is where.
But hey, if it works for you, if the grip works for you, don't fix it. You know, I'm not saying fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Got some strong hands if you can grip there.
That's true.
All right, we got Bryson up right now in the 100-kilo division. That's 540 pounds. Made it look like it was 315. That was an easy second attempt. He's
That was
definitely going to go up.
He pulled that.
Luke's up now with 551 pounds on the bar in the 82.5 division. It's pretty impressive deadlift. Weighed in pretty light, too. 80.6 kilos. Projected for second place in the AD. Yeah, it was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. I think he's got a little bit left in the tank. Steven Hess up right now. 567 pounds in the bar. All right, there he is. So this is 567 pounds in the bar in the 82.5 kilo division. Projected for first place right now.
Yeah,
that was
such a
smooth.
good lift. Such a good lift.
3 white lights for him. Look for him to go up on his third. It's pretty smooth. We got 578 pounds in the bar for Lincoln Parker in the 100-kilo division. All right, let's see it, Lincoln. His first attempt was easy. His second attempt was just as easy.
That thing flew.
Yeah, it flew. The only thing that I could see is grip being an issue. He pulls it so quick that at the top it looked like could have the possibility of slipping. I'd like to see somebody like that, like slow the reps down a little bit in training. You know what I mean, Chuck?
Yeah,
You really
slow-
want to take
slow
your
and
time,
controlled.
make sure. Yeah. Not that you want to pull it slow, but you want to make sure that you are in control of that weight.
Yep.
Because when you start pulling like that, like fast, you could run into some issues, which I've had in the past. I had to switch my deadlift style up to more controlled, like to call it controlled aggression.
I just had to switch the stance on my deadlift. A little bit more narrow.
On sumo,
Yeah.
you went more narrow.
A little bit. You know, I was out past. My toes are basically touching the plates.
Plates? Oh,
yeah.
my God.
So
Got John Keeley up right now, 655. This is massive deadlift right here. Wow. He's definitely good for 680. I'm curious to see what he's going to put in. He's good for
that's a big
680 for
deadlift.
sure.
That's a big deadlift.
685 even. Like that was pretty clean. We'll see what he goes to. All right, top of the order. We are going. It's the last set of deadlifts for the morning session here. So don't go anywhere. Things are going to get good. We're going to start really seeing these lifters pushing their limits on these third attempt deadlifts. We got Renee Holzer up right now, 210 kilos, 462 pounds on the bar. If this lift is successful, Renee will stay in first place. But Renee is a guest lifter, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to podium. According to Jan said that.
He wouldn't be able to qualify for the collegiates.
No, he could qualify. Oh, no, he can't. You're right. Yeah. Oh, it was easy. Got it. Patiently waiting. Wow, this is a long handshake. There we go. All right, there's the handshake that we were waiting for. Go lift. You finished the day off perfect, actually. Shout out to Renee. That is ideally what you want to have on meet day. Perfect meet, 9 for 9. Hit a couple PRs, I'm sure. He'll be going home happy with that performance. Now we got Ian McGarry up right now. Missed 215 on the second. Attempting it again. 67.5 kilo division. Let's see what he can do here. This is 215 kilos, 473 pounds.
I think he might, take that little wider grip here, unless he grabs it. No.
He's not gonna
It's going to be really hard to get
He's
that
not
up.
going to get it. If you failed on grip the first time, it's 100%. You can't just, grip harder, Chuck,
Yeah.
It's going to slip out the hands. Wow. See? Just got to make the adjustments in training. That's all. Like I said before, this is just another training day. So, yeah, we go out here. We're competing in front of other people. But, you got to make adjustments. That's all it is. So, I'm sure he'll make adjustments when he goes to start up his training again. All right, we got Logan right now, 227.5 kilos. This is 500 pounds, breaking the 500-pound barrier in the 67.5 kilo division. If this lift is successful, that will secure second place in the 67.5 kilos. So this is for second place here. What do you think about this, Chuck?
Listen, he's got emotions flying through him right now. You might, when you're in there, it's a different kind of vibe, man. You got the adrenaline going, so this might fly right off the ground.
You think he's getting this, Chuck?
I think this might fly right off the ground.
This is another. He's super narrow, but hey, he got it.
He's got that grip again.
Yeah,
man.
I think it's the grip, honestly. I feel like if you're on that in the inside of the knurling, it's just going to be hard to grind deadlifts out because it's going to slip out of your hands. The longer that bar is in your hands, the greater chance you have of your grip failing. But yeah, I was surprised to see a handful of these lifters gripping there. It's pretty uncommon. We got Jordan right now. He has 523 pounds. This is for first place right here. Jordan pulling for the win. Oh. Little shaky at lockout. I believe he's still
It's a hard
projected.
feeling right there.
I think he still secured first place. Might have been the only 75 kilo Yeah, he was the only 75 kilo lifter, so he'll podium with that.
Gotcha.
Got Isaac right now. I really liked Isaac today. You know, he showed a ton of heart. Not having the greatest day on squat or bench, but man, he's coming out and finishing strong. That's what it's really all about. We're behind you here, Isaac. Let's go. Oh, and that was easy. Easy.
That's is by far one of his better lifts for sure.
That's how you finish off strong. I like that. Way to finish off strong. Then you just go out, you go back, you brush up the commands on squat, you know, train a little bit differently, maybe longer holds, brush up the bench a little bit, and he's golden. You know, he's got a lot of potential in the 90 kilo class. Then we got Bryson up right now, 255 kilos on the bar. This is 562 pounds. Let's go, Bryson. Let's see it. Yeah, that was easy. Easy. Let's go. Nice lift there. Then we got Luke up. 562 in the 82.5 division. See if Luke could make it happen here. He's got long arms, which is great for deadlift. Yeah, look at that. Kind of scooped on, yeah, but that was good. That was good. Excellent day for him. We got Lincoln Parker up right now, breaking the 600-pound deadlift mark. Let's see if he could get this on his third attempt. Looking to clean up a 705 kilo total. That is massive. 100 kilo division. All right, here we go. Is he getting this, Chuck? 600 pounds is on the bar.
What did he take before?
Took a 10 kilo jump. And he's been making him look easy. I think he could have even jumped a little more.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, this should fly.
Yeah, this should fly for sure. Wow. Yeah, that was good.
That looked
Still
good.
don't have the
That
lights,
looked
but
good.
that was good. That had to be good.
He's got all three.
Excellent day for Lincoln Parker. Good lift. Lights are in. Great day for Lincoln. All right, here are two final deadlifts. We got Steven Hess taking the same deadlift. That's 600 pounds. He's in the 82.5 kilo division. This is a big deadlift for this weight class. Let's see if he can pull this off. Let's go, Steven.
He's been ripping, actually.
Yeah, he's in a little groove right now. He's in a nice rhythm. Let's go, Steven. He's got the head and chest up. He's being patient with it. Just lost it at the knee.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What did I say? I said he was going to go to this, didn't I?
I did hear that. I do recall hearing that.
683. Let's see if he could get this. Second attempt looked pretty smooth.
Now, this is for the win, actually.
He might be the only one in that division, Chuck. Yeah. There's nobody else in the 110, so
Okay.
unless we got a phantom lifter. This is 683 pounds. All right, let's go, John. Finish the day off strong. This is the final deadlift of the morning session. I think he's good for it. There we go. The crowd's behind him. Nice. 3 white lights. Yes, sir. Excellent work for John Keeley on a perfect day. Finished off 9 for 9. 742 and a half total. That is huge.
That's a big day. That's good
Good day.
numbers.
shout out to all these athletes this morning. They all did phenomenal. Shout out to West Point. And I think most of these athletes did qualify for collegiate. So congratulations to those who qualified for collegiates. For those who didn't, you have a goal to work towards. Thank you all for watching at home. We're going to take about an hour-long break. The afternoon session is set to start at noon. Is that right, Chuck?
Yep.
Noon?
I believe so.
So Chuck and I will be back here at noon, and we hope to see you then. Thank you for watching.